Great day, y'all. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to do a low taper and a low taper on the neck. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take our outliner and create us a guideline. The key, when you set your first guideline, that determines if it's going to be low, medium, or high. Now, it's below the side point, right? If it was above that, it would be high. And if it was right at that, it would be medium. So this, we're going to keep this low, and then we're going to fade into the beard and then ultimately fade up into this, which is key because you'll see here, you see how much bulk is right here. So I'm going to show you, no matter what temp fade, no matter what length of hair on top, you can use to kind of carve out your space to create your low taper right in this temporal area. I'm going to take this 2-guard, I'm going to close it all the way, and I'm going to come down right here just to kind of carve out some space, and then I'm going to blend into it, right? Very simple process. It's always a 2-guard, doesn't matter if the hair is this high or it's even a little bit lower. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to comb through it with the wider teeth because it's a very coily texture. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to lay this right on here, right? And kind of lay some of this hair down, right? And all I'm trying to do here is just carve me out space to create a blend. So I'm going down kind of with the grain, just kind of carving out some space with the 2-guard. Then I'm going to take the 1.5, I'm going to crack it open just a little bit, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. And all I'm trying to do is carve me out some space to then be able to create a taper. Now, the key here is keeping it dark so it transitions well. Once I feel like I got that, now I open it up all the way and I start to come against it. Once again, we're gonna go over the 4 phases like I've explained in previous videos. Know what you're doing, see what you're doing, feel what you're doing, hear what you're doing, right? And then we're gonna halfway, I'm gonna go up till I hear that hair a little bit, can feel it. Then I'm gonna stop. Close it all the way down. Do the same thing. Now, I got my 1.5 guard, I'm gonna go underneath to a 1. Put that on there. And every time I drop a guard level, I'm gonna open it up all the way. Halfway, then we close it 1/4 of the way. Right, making sure we can hear that hair. Left corner to the left side, right corner to the right side. And I'm gonna come in there. Opened up all the way, same thing. A little bit lower. And then go back to refine. Halfway, left, kind of create that transition a little bit more. And then go back and refine it. Close it down a little bit more. And you're doing the same exact process from one side to the other. Go forward and then back. Then you can open it up a little bit if you need to go a little higher. Just using the corner just to kind of touch up any light spots that may be present. All right. Now, if you think back, you got to look back to what we started with, which was the outliner. Once we start with that, we come up in here, use our outliner, using just the corner, left corner to the left, right corner back to refine, and now we got a temp fade, right? Now, a lot of times people struggle with that because the hair is super long, but it's tapered low, right? It's not really up all up in here, right? Now we're gonna take this and start to fade into the beard. Close all the way, halfway, all the way open. And then we're gonna flip the clipper upside down with it all the way open. And we're gonna come down on the beard just a little bit, just to kind of help create that transition into the beard, right? This is like your faded beard, not like the super hard fade into the beard, but just fading into the sideburn. All right, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. And I'll teach you a key here, right? What I'm doing is I'm keeping it moving. A lot of times we spend too much time in the same area and we recreate lines for ourselves that we got to continue to keep taking out. So keep it moving, know exactly what your system is, what your guard is, and just keep the clipper moving. Open it up all the way, halfway. Keep the clipper moving using just the corner. Close it down a little bit more. Open it up, touch that little bit, the spot with a little miss right there. Close it down all the way. And as you can see, each step that I'm going through, you see the taper getting lighter and lighter while still keeping it low. We don't have to use the whole side. Then I'm ultimately going to go back to what I put it in with this outliner and knock the taper out. All right, so now you have your taper. Same exact thing on this side. Close clipper all the way. Start to blend, halfway open, down a little bit further, all the way open. Tilt the clippers up so the teeth don't cut as much with the guard open. And you create that blend from the sideburn into the beard. In the back here, you see so many barbers over the years, right? They'll just take the little line up to right underneath this occipital and let it sit there to where it looks like a line. But if you follow the same procedure, especially for curly textures, that you do on the side, you do it in the back as well. So, if I told you to guess what guard I'm about to pick up, you probably should know. It's a 2 guard, because that's what we did on the side. So we'll go right underneath where this occipital is, right, which is the back of the head. And we're gonna lay this down in the back here. Right, cut some of this hair down while still keeping it dark. Removing that bulk so we can transition right into it. Then we're gonna take that 1.5, crack it open just a little bit like we did on the side. Now we're gonna get to the bottom of the fade, right? So once we carved out our space, now we're gonna create our bottom line like we did on the side. I did that with the outliner. Get the neck clean. Every phase of your fade should be clean as you go. That's important because when you're in the barbershop, people are always watching. So you don't want your haircut to look like a mess as you go through. You want every area to look nice and clean. It's just a good representation that you know what you're doing. Now we're gonna put our first line in. With this guard all the way open. Then we know we did a 1.5 and laid it down. So now we're gonna take this 1, open it up all the way to start blending into that 1.5. Be very mindful of, you see how the hair starts to go this way over here. It goes down in the middle and then it goes this way in the back. The hair in the back is always tricky to fade. So you gotta make sure that you're following the grading in the hair by going against it. Halfway, same thing. Opened up all the way. Halfway open. All the way closed. Down at the bottom. Then we're gonna open it up halfway again, go up a little higher, just for refinement. And you're able to have a nice, clean, tapered neckline without having it all bulky and bunched up. All right, y'all, so that's a wrap now. Quick little temp fade, easy to put together. If you're looking for more tutorials like this, make sure you watch the next video.